Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Dadas Show, coming to you from Panari Hotel here in Nairobi. I'm your host, Ashiko Mbune. As our name suggests, Dadas Show aspires to promote the spirit of sisterhood, solidarity and inclusivity amongst the women of Kenya. And we do this by creating an open and a safe platform for women to discuss any and all issues pertaining to their health and well-being, their lifestyle and career, their families, among other topics. We also take pride in having the conversations that matter, not only to women, but to society at large. Now, welcome to the Christmas special. We are truly excited because we are taking a beautiful walk down memory lane through the Christmases that we have experienced before, the traditions that shaped us, the food, the music, the chaos, the joy, and all those little traditions that we have maintained. And to help me unpack these gorgeous memories are some two incredible ladies whose voice lives in our homes and in our hearts, and we will be celebrating what Christmas was, what Christmas is, and what we hope for it to be in the future. So this is our Christmas special. We're so excited to have you join us. So let's dive in and let us share memories, laughter, and of course the spirit of the season. As always, we welcome you at home to take part and keep this conversation going on all our social media pages at KBC Channel 1. You can also reach me at Ashiko the host across all social media platforms, or you can reach us at Dadas Show KBC on Facebook. Let us know what are your fondest memories from Christmas past. Ask millennials, Gen Z, all the generations. What do you remember the most about Christmas past? Share with us what you hope to achieve this Christmas and what traditions you carry forward. Before we get into today's very entertaining conversation, let's take a look at the following feature.
For many, this is the picture of Christmas, colorful, joyful, and full of celebration. But beyond the lights, the gifts, and the festive songs, what does Christmas really mean? More than 2,000 years ago, in a small town called Bethlehem, a child was born, not in a palace, but in a simple manger. His birth went unnoticed by kings and nobles, yet it changed the course of history. That child was Jesus Christ, and his coming into the world marked a powerful reminder that hope can be born in the most unexpected places. Christmas is not just a date on the calendar. It is a story of love so deep it became human. A story of humility where a king chose to be born among the lowly. A story of light breaking through darkness. For families, Christmas is a time to come together. It is the warm embrace of a mother, the laughter shared around the table, old stories retold, and memories created. It is the season when distance feels shorter, hearts feel closer, and home feels warmer. For many others, Christmas is a time of reflection, a moment to pause in the middle of a busy year and remember what truly matters: kindness, forgiveness, faith, and compassion. In a world that often feels divided and uncertain, Christmas whispers a gentle message: the love still exists. That peace is possible. That giving is greater than receiving. And sometimes the true spirit of Christmas is not found in what is wrapped under the tree, but in what is unwrapped within the heart. A renewed sense of gratitude, a restored relationship, a helping hand, a forgiving word. Christmas is not only about celebrating a birth that happened long ago. It is about allowing that same love to be born in us today. Because the real meaning of Christmas isn't found in material things. It is found in the love shared, hope reborn, and light that never fades. This is the true meaning of Christmas. From all of us at Dadas Show and me, your assistant producer Edna Murungi, we wish you a Merry Christmas and may your hearts be filled with light.
Welcome back to the Dadas Show Christmas special. And remember, today we are taking a beautiful walk down memory lane to the Christmas that we grew up with, what we're celebrating now, the traditions that actually defined who and what we are till date. And of course, joining me to have this conversation, like I mentioned, are two incredible women, household names that we all know and love. And so without further ado, let me introduce the lady that is right next to me. She is PR strategist and communication consultant, Joyce Gituro. Welcome so much.
Thank you so much.
To Dadas Show. She's also known as Mama Jigs.
Yeah.
If anyone has the pleasure of interacting with their content on social media, between her and Hassan Jakes, I mean, definitely that is something that you're missing out on and you need to tune into. And then right next to Joyce, we've got radio and television host, legend Sheila Mwanyika, you know, voice of an angel, #1 fan. Thank you so much, Sheila, for joining us.
Thank you.
We are so happy. We're so happy that you could join us. Of course, I have to acknowledge my wonderful audience who take time to join us as we sit in, as we discuss, as we celebrate, as we support each other, as we discuss contentious issues that affect the women of this great nation. And of course, at you at home, how are your Christmas plans going? How is everything? Are you excited as I am for this show? I hope you are. So let's start. I want to ask both of you a question because I'm over here being starstruck. And maybe there are people who are thinking, who are these people? So please kindly introduce yourselves and how people know you, please. I've just done summary. Let's start off with you, Joyce.
Thank you once again. My name is Joyce Gituro, media personality. I've worked in most media houses in Kenya, other than
Facebook.
And the majority of people know me as Mama Jakes.
Yes.
I have a very stubborn boy called Jakes Nyanjom. And he's my last born.
Yeah.
But I'm also a mother, a sister, an auntie, and professionally a media or communication strategist, having managed brands, media brands, for over 22 years.
Yes.
Yes, and I love working with celebrities, managing them, including you, if I got an opportunity to.
I'm a celeb.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And you're doing a good job.
Thank you so much, Joyce, for that. I mean, coming from you, yeah. So I don't know, sijintalala wapi leo. But anyway,
Lala na viatu.
Thank you so much, Joyce. What about you, Sheila? Tell us a little bit of, you know, the last time you were doing, you run a company. So tell us, what have you been up to since the last time we heard you on radio?
Oh wow, growing up. I tell you, everybody thinks after 18, that's it. You've got your ID, you've got everything sorted and figured out. But whoa, the lessons keep coming. Every decade brings with it all kinds of new challenges, lessons, opportunities, wins, losses, just like everybody else. Got into business immediately after Nation, and that was 10 years ago. As we're speaking about decades, it was building on what I learned from the media house, transitioning to this online commerce, this wonderful planet that's giving people all kinds of opportunities. Somebody said to me, you know, with AI, and I know I'm digressing just for a little bit.
No problem, carry on.
People are scared that what jobs are we going to do? What is the space? What's the opportunity for me? But 10 years ago, if you said to someone, I am going to get you to film the things I do. Your job is just to follow me around. Just take pictures of me, edit videos for me. Nobody would have taken you seriously. And that was just 10 years ago. So you can only imagine what's going to happen in the next 10 years.
In the next 10.
So there's still a lot of learning for all of us that's waiting for us. But at the same time, there's still a lot of opportunity, and it could be financial gain as well, but even just self-growth. So what have I been up to? Growing, learning, making a little money now and then, but most importantly, just being alive to the changes, because it's 20 years ago, I sat in a studio every single day alone for 4 hours. Hi, this is Sheila. Sheila here every day. If you'd have told that girl then what was going to happen in 2025, I promise you I wouldn't have believed it. But am I glad and am I excited about it? Yes, I am. And so looking forward, it's just being here to be able to experience it and to make the most of all these opportunities as they come.
Wow. Well put. I mean, seriously, I remember most of the time you had the mid-morning show, and I loved that. And there was something you said, and it may sound very mundane right now, years later. Of course, it's something that people know, but it was in a period where I think I sort of needed that. And you said, everything feels better once you take a shower.
It's true.
And you said that, I kid you not, it must be over 10 years ago. It was years ago. And it was one of those things that now it has become, you know, a principle that I practice. So whenever I'm feeling bad, whenever I'm feeling down, whenever I'm feeling, oh, the blues have got me, I jump into the shower. And it doesn't mean that they disappear. No. But I'm definitely in a better space to actually be able to handle or to take on whatever life is throwing at me. So thank you for that, Sheila.
Oh, you're welcome. It's crazy the things people think about.
Yeah.
So you've taken me back in time. It sounds like something I definitely did say. I was in Tanzania last year for a conference, and the lady who was studying in Kenya, she's Tanzanian, and she came over and she said, Sheila, I remember you said once you've taken a shower, then you put the lotion and make sure you spread it up, not down. And I thought, how do you remember these things?
Because it's just one of those things that are part of our day, and you know, those are some of, it's very habitual, but you also take it for granted, and you don't even know the kind of effect that it can have on your overall mood, you know? So thank you so much for that. I'm so happy that even decades on, people are still referring to you, you know, over things that, the impact that you actually made in their lives. So let's move on to, for both of you again, how has your experience of Christmas changed? From how you are when you're a child to now? I am dying to hear this. Joyce, how are things, you know, from the time we were growing up and now?
Okay. For me, you know, I'm old school.
Yes.
Kindly note.
Yes.
Brought up in shags, grew up in shags, walking to school, barefoot. So for me, Christmas was special because it was during Christmas that we used to do chapatis. It was during Christmas that we used to see goats and chicken being slaughtered. It was during Christmas that we saw our families together. So for me, Christmas was such a deal. It was Christmas for some of us that got an opportunity to wear new clothes.
There you go, yeah.
Buy new shoes.
Yes.
Do your hair, because I went to schools that didn't allow us to do our hair. So during Christmas, because the Christmas period was so long, I mean, the break was quite long, we had an opportunity of even going to the salon and making our hair. Some of us even got our ears pierced during Christmas. I mean, it was such a celebration, if I may put it. That's when we got to see our cousins.
From Nairobi.
From Nairobi. Are you getting me? And they were speaking. Okay, me, I grew up in a cosmopolitan place, so Swahili was one of the language, the common language. Of course, the Kikuyu, my native language. But now, there was nothing like guys from my village speaking English. Now, that was the time that we got to interact with our cousins from Nairobi speaking English, small kids speaking English, and you know, you're mesmerized. You're thinking, oh my God, how did they even learn?
How did they learn?
Yeah, you carry them to the loo. You think they cannot even, you know. So for me, Christmas, we used to look forward to. Because we would be waiting for that auntie who stays, not even Nairobi, in Limuru. But we're back I come from Eldoret.
Yes.
So you can imagine a person coming from Limuru
to Eldoret.
Yes, that's a person who is near Nairobi, near the city. So they are kind of cultured to the city life.
Bontao.
Exactly. Now coming home to Yamumbi, Eldoret. Hey, my God.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much for that.
Tunaita kuona na meno.
Kuona na meno.
Unashindwa.
Kwanza hiyo ya tutoto kuongea
English.
Get the wedding and the English of noses.
Too small kids. Tunaongea English, unashindwa. So that's how I grew up. Actually, me, I came to the city much later in life. Oh, wow. We'll get back to you on some of the traditions that you experience and which ones you have carried forward and which ones you're like, okay, we're back here. What about you, Sheila? What was Christmas like for you?
Well, Christmas was always fun.
Yeah.
Like she said, long holidays. So that's already you're winning as a child.
Yeah.
And growing up, my parents were both police officers.
Yes.
But they weren't attached to roads. So there was no kitu kidogo. They were in the police band. So in terms of having spare cash and, you know,
There's nothing
there
like
was
that.
nothing like spare cash.
Yeah.
So if it was new clothes, it was school uniform during the term. But then
Yeah.
Christmas allowed them to have a bit more money.
Yeah.
And so then you get this, you know, something new. And it was my brother and I.
Yeah.
So you're looking forward to Christmas and you have to tell them what you want that year. So they've got the whole year to prepare and save up just a little bit. It was hard one year because there's a time when salary was stolen by the housekeeper for both my dad and my mom. So we didn't quite get the kind of Christmas gifts that we had hoped for. But my parents always just made it so much fun. I remember there used to be a pair of shoes at Bata. They were called dancing shoes. Oh my gosh. And they were leather shoes and you'd lace them up. And then, you know, you wear them with your little trousers or things or a skirt. And everybody had dancing shoes.
Everyone had dancing
And you're like, hi guys, and mine are red. I'm so posh, look at me. I mean, it was simple things like that. And because we grew up in the city, most of my friends, some would have to travel to upcountry, but then many of them would stay behind. And so we'd eat together, we'd celebrate together. I didn't know how to bake and I still don't know how to bake, but one of our neighbors was very good at that, so we'd be hanging out at her house because when you're baking and it's flat life, every single person knows what you're cooking.
Everyone knows what the smell just goes through the whole
Everybody
neighborhood.
knows.
Yes.
But it was simple and they'd make a little extra and they would share with all of us. And again, there wasn't that much money in the house. So a lot of the Christmas tree decorations we'd make ourselves.
Yes.
We'd make a card for mom, a card for dad, and then we'd sign it together. It was just very simple, but very loving and very happy.
Did you ever do the cotton wool on the trees as snow?
Yes, and popcorn.
I mean, in our defense, some of us had never seen snow. So we were told there's cotton wool and some lights that always used to tangle and just so many things. So it was not this kind of trees.
No.
It was a real one.
It was the real ones, and then they would shed.
It would shed and it would
so
be
your tree is just disappearing as you're watching it, and then you're sweeping your tree out every day.
As the year is going by the 29th, there's no tree. There's nothing. It's
brown
hanging
twig.
on one side is brown. Oh, a complete fire hazard. I remember that, you know.
These are families that used to come over and mesmerize us.
And mesmerize you.
Yes, exactly.
With
Because I
the
never
shoes.
saw a Christmas tree when I was growing up. Other than, you know those...
Yours had already been, yours was growing
They were
in
all
the
over,
shower. They were young.
exactly.
Let's move on to this. I want to come back to you, Sheila. What are some of the Christmas traditions that you feel like you hold on to? You know, as we're getting older, and no matter what, you hold on to those ones, and why?
Staying awake on the 24th, Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Through the years, I have to be awake on the 24th.
Yeah.
I remember working on Kiss FM and volunteering quite literally to take on the night shift on the 24th, just because of that excitement as a child.
It's Christmas.
It's Christmas. And so you've stuffed your tree with cotton wool. Mom's screaming, "What have you done with my cotton wool?" Dad's wondering, why is the tree white? So you explain it to your father about
That it's snow.
and he's looking at you and thinking, my children are losing their mind in this school. Maybe I need to take them to schools in shags. But it's that excitement of the good food begins. And like I said, my parents were working in the police band.
Yes.
So back then, they would go to functions, these corporate bodies, they would hire the Kenya police band because the dance band, they used to have really good music.
Yeah.
So between mom and dad, they've gone to these places and they come back with these huge boxes full of treats like nyama, samosas, cakes, pastries that you've never seen in your life.
Yeah.
And then Christmas Eve, because they're playing the dance band for Christmas Eve, entertaining revelers.
Yeah.
So, of course, the revelers want more of the drinks than the food.
Yeah.
So they bring the food.
So everything else is given to
Yes, so they're
Sheila's
told,
parents.
just go with them, it's fine. And then you wake up in the morning And there's these big boxes from Intercontinental. I'm telling you, you know, when it was high society.
Yes.
You know, and
This guy's are not understanding
you
the way
guys don't
Intercon. You couldn't even
just
pass
think of the
outside
most
Intercon.
posh place you can imagine, then times 2 it. So you can imagine the pastries that they're making.
Yeah.
I mean, back then they'd have wait staff who wear gloves to serve. It was that incredible. So you can imagine what the food was. And we're there. And Christmas morning, then you go to church, you still, and then you've worn your new outfit.
And your dancing shoes, and your red dancing shoes.
I've got
laces.
a photo. One day, I don't know where that photo is. My hair was braided just nice, and then I've got my little top with little slits over here, and then I've got a red and dancing shoes. I had my dancing shoes.
I will need that photo. Seriously, I will need that. And I'm sure even my audience would really, really love to see it towards the end of the show. But so you're saying for you, one of the traditions that you will never part with, regardless of how old you get or how busy you get, is to ensure that you're awake on the 24th. What about you, Joyce? What are some of the traditions that you have kept with you?
Wow. Oh, wow. For me, I think it's the family getting together. And number 2, there was the aspect of being reminded about the birth of Christ.
The birth of Christ, exactly.
And the meaning
it
has in our lives and the way our lives changed when Christ was born. And we would go around, I don't know whether anyone understands this, but I hope the audience will. We would go around from one house to the other on 24th at night, not singing Christmas carols. Those traditional
just singing, just being
if I can remember, I used to go something like this in Kikuyu. Emotiume muone mwagoyo wakoigata shaitani na emotiume maikarete the otuko. We would sing it from one house to the other, and we used to have a target of like in our village, we were assigned like 15 homes, so that you are able to go just around your homestay. Yes, and then you come back because it's in the village. It's dark, no electricity, nothing. So our parents would join us sometimes. So it was like glorifying the birth of Christ, and this is something I think I've carried all along.
So you're still going around in people's apartments?
I don't go around. Them. I live in the city. Life changed.
You're not ding-donging everywhere, just singing for people. I know how they do it. They'll be like, oh, there goes this Joyce again. Joyce.
I live in the city.
Yes.
But I don't think it happens anymore. Because number 1, insecurity. Number 2, things are changing. We've embraced technology. Maybe on a 24th, you'd rather just watch what is happening and what other people are doing. And you're a bit careful because of many other things that happen. And also, people have found other ways of entertaining themselves. They go to clubs, they go to churches, they go to other places, they have house parties. But for me, to date, on 24th, I think I'm usually reminded that, you know, Joyce, this is the greatest thing that ever happened to me as a Christian.
As a Christian.
Yes, I keep reminding myself that, honestly, this is the Lamb of God.
Yeah, wow. So you make sure that you blast music and sing the songs.
Oh,
you know,
I still blast music. And those, you know, those nice Catholic songs?
Oh yeah, I know them. Yeah,
yes,
that's really nice. I like that tradition. I like that, and I think there's an equivalent actually. There's caroling that actually happens, you know, in Western world, and I think there's a similarity, which sometimes always reminds me that we were already civilized as is, you know. So we have our own thing going on. But thank you so much for that. I want you guys now to tell me a disaster story. You know, you've already said yours about the house help taking off with the nene. Is there now? Can something beat that?
Yes, yes.
Tell me a disaster story, a Christmas disaster story.
The Christmas where it became apparent that I will never bake or become a baker for the rest of my life. You know,
what did you do?
You know, I really wanted to do this. Make the Christmas cake.
Yes.
And I followed everything. I thought I had done it right. Then I was a teenager. You know, if I was under 10, that would be different. But as a teenager, you know,
you'd know better.
You know better. I clearly didn't know better. But here we are, we've put everything in there. And I will say, a lot of what happened next was not my fault. So let me just throw that out there.
Disclaimers
I promise it was not my fault.
Yeah.
You're not looking like you believe me, but just listen. So you've put in tray, you followed all the instructions. And I've put everything in, but what I didn't know was, you know the cable for the gas? And it was right behind, and it was the old-time cookers, so I wasn't using gas to bake. I was using electricity. And the cable for the gas was, where it had gone past was right next to the oven. So it was heating up the cable.
The cable, yeah.
Yeah, so it's sort of almost like, you know, making it very nice and soft. And then a hole happened. So I'm sitting in the house, and when you're in the house, there's a reason why they tell you always keep your windows open.
Exactly.
So I'm getting drowsy in the house. The gas is now, you know, there's a leak.
It's leaking out, yeah.
Exactly. Then my mom came in, and she's like, what's going on? So she runs to the kitchen, and I follow her. Then she sees what's in the oven, and you know, you want to open the door, but because she can smell gas,
you can't.
It took everything in her to stop me, because I was going, I'm going to bake a cake. In fact, it's time to. Had I opened that, because you know, there's the heat from the oven, and then you've got the rods in the oven. That house would have exploded.
You guys, oh wow.
As of that day, Mom switched everything off.
Yeah.
We walked outside the house.
Yeah.
She calmed down. It took a minute, but she calmed down.
Yeah.
And then she said, I see where this was coming from.
Okay.
But if it's buying cake, we'll be buying cake. Don't ever do this again.
Yeah. I mean, that's enough. That's enough to scare the bejesus out of everybody.
I mean, we could have just...
That would have been bad.
Yeah.
That would have been bad.
So do you agree it wasn't my fault? Was it?
They
still be thinking it's my
observe
fault.
your environment, but to be honest,
innocent.
it is those people, and you know, their substandard LPG codes.
Yeah.
That is it. They should have made them better. It's not your fault, Sheila. It's not your fault at all.
Thank you.
What about you, Joyce? I hope your defense is better than Sheila's. Give me a disaster story.
It was a real disaster. Okay, I don't want to say thank God my parents. Yeah, I can use that phrase.
Yes.
Thank God that my parents are not alive. They will not watch this. But some of my elder brothers will. Let me tell you what happened. As much as we were brought up in Shags, my dad was a very influential person. He was a serious business person in Eldoret.
Yes.
So it so happened one day, as you were going around those 24th things of singing, neighbors, me and my 3 sisters and a brother sneaked and decided to go to town, kwa disco.
I knew it.
Unfortunately, that night something was happening. So guys were being arrested. Na kurushwa kwa that Kiki Maria thing. Mariamu.
Mariamu.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we found ourselves there, totally beaten.
Oh God. And you were supposed to be caroling, singing songs to God.
Now,
and now you're in
the
jail.
funniest, yes, now let me tell you, this is where now we decided to use the Gituro name.
Yes.
As they were taking us to the police station,
Yes.
to be locked up until 27th or 28th. Remember all this time, my mom and dad didn't know what was
They have no
happening.
idea
They
where
thought
you
we
guys
had gone
are.
for whatever. And
Yeah.
so we were beaten up properly. We couldn't sit.
Yes.
But we had the energy of going back home.
Yes.
But how did we get ourselves back home? My sister told me, let's just raise our hands and tell the cops that we are Gituro's
Children.
Exactly. So the cops really used to have, let me say, a very good working relationship with my dad. And my dad was also a bit influential. So when they heard that they had the Gituros in the Mariamu, they asked, where are these Gituro's kids? Me, I don't want trouble. My dad alikuwa
yule msee.
Yes, watoto wangu mnawashikaje. So we decided we would rather use our dad's name than kufungiwa. So this is where the joke was. We were released. We got home before 5, but we couldn't sit down. We couldn't work the following day. We've been beaten properly. The leader of this was my brother in Diani. Hi, Smith. We call him Smith. Yeah. And my 3 sisters. But we managed, and it was a very hard Christmas for us. We couldn't play with the other kids. We couldn't do anything. We were so badly.
And
we were so hurt, I'm telling you, And remember, we had taken something small.
Oh, kamunywe sauce. You had taken alcohol.
Kidogo.
Who kind of feels like they deserved that small beating just for being naughty, you know? But trust me, we also all took off with pretending that we are going for Kesha.
So we were nursing a hangi and the beating.
And you can
And we were praying that our dad didn't get to know about it.
Yes.
Luckily, I think the cops we dealt with, they just...
What are some of the things that you wish happened then that don't happen now?
For me, I would still go back to the family bond.
Absolutely.
I tell you, even as we speak, my kids have already told me, jipange.
Them, they have other plans.
My firstborn is married.
Yes.
My secondborn,
she has her own thing going.
My lastborn, Jakes, has already told me I'll be away. Just know I'll be away.
So
for us, you know that for us, you could never have any other plan.
Absolutely
The
none.
plan was ushago. So I wish that bond would remain.
The sense of community.
Yes, and family, the get together, the celebrations. You even get to know your cousins.
So that you don't go.
So that tomorrow you don't bring me a lady.
Yeah. That has always been a Kikuyu saying.
Exactly.
Know your relatives so that you don't come and usikuje uoe mtu.
Exactly. So that's one thing I miss. I pray that would continue. And also, if only we could still value the real Christmas.
The reason for the season.
Exactly. If only we could just be reminded that for the Christians especially,
for the Christians,
yes, that this is the day our Savior was born. That one, at least that's one thing, that's another thing that I would really, really pray that we still embraced.
We still embrace. Thank you so much, Joyce. What about you, Sheila? What has been lost over the years that you wish wasn't?
You know, when we think back to Christmas, you were younger, you were a child.
Yes.
The magic of Christmas is more real for children, I think. For adults, it's a break, a holiday. You don't have to deal with people in the office. Again, it costs money because you're the one paying for everything. You know, as you grow up, things about you and how you relate with that holiday change. And even worse is people that you love die and they're no longer there. And some of them were so institutionalized with Christmas in your mind that every Christmas you see their absence. You feel their absence. And you feel disconnected. You feel sad. There's a little sadness that comes with holidays like that. And and it is for you as an adult to make new traditions. Because again, your parents are aging, some of them have passed away, and even for parents, like what Joyce has just said, your children now are forming their own traditions. So then you're back in the house with your husband looking at each other, if you like each other.
If you like each other, and no husband. Okay. Yeah. So Joyce is busy looking for which house she's going to go and sing to.
But and if there is a husband and you like each other, then it's fine. If you're alone, you can't sit in the house. So it's about building new traditions. And so when I look back at things that I think to myself, is there anything I want to swap? No. If there's only one thing I could ask for and have it come true, it would be all the people I love to be alive over Christmas.
Ah, well. Yeah.
If I could get that, I would never even ask for a present.
Yeah.
That in itself would be enough. But because that's not going to come, it is entirely up to you to make sure that you gift yourself well every Christmas.
Every Christmas. I love that.
Yes, gift yourself. Because you've done things and you will do things. You've got children, you've given them gifts. You've got nieces. I've got 2 adorable nieces. The loves of my life is what I call them. Gift them. Your mom, gift them. Whoever's still left and you can gift them well. Don't lose the meaning of the season by all means. Please do not. It's not just about the gifts.
Yes.
But it's for children, and especially for children, if
Make
you
it
can,
magical.
gift them. Because kids grow up, and you always remember, all of you I'm sure remember, there's someone who would gift you, whether it was a big thing or a small thing, and you remember them. And as an auntie, if you're not gifting the children in your life, you're failing.
You've heard it. You've heard it first here. All aunties, by the way, check yourselves.
Tukutane kule nje kwa tent.
Mumambo mupatana na Sheila pale huko kwa tent. I love what you've just said, because we are always very nostalgic and we say, oh my God, we missed this, we missed this, we missed this. But like even your request, we can't turn back the hands of time. Or what we can do is be able to embrace the here and now and try and see if we can make new traditions that incorporate everyone. We're going to take a small break and then we'll be back for the question and answer session. Don't go far away. Welcome back. I really hope you are enjoying our walk down Christmas lane. And that's what we've decided to call it. And you're getting nostalgic moments, but you're also getting inspired to start your own traditions. So welcome to the question and answer session. I'm going to invite my wonderful audience to share with us a message for the season and to tell us what they really like about the holidays. But before we move on to that, I'd like my panelists to tell me something. What are some of the things that are happening today in this here Christmas? You know, let's say in a week leading up to, during the day and on the day and after, that you'd really wish would change. I'll start off with you, Joyce.
Okay. I wish Kenyans would plan better. Because, you know, Christmas is not something that happens just like that.
Surprises you.
Exactly. We already know even the dates.
Yes.
Way
12
before,
months.
Exactly, before the year starts. So I wish we could plan better. I wish we could get a way of getting home to shags earlier. I wish we could save for Christmas. I wish we could, I don't know whether it's the way we celebrate it, our culture, or we love what happens, especially at the bus stations. Yeah, I see. You know, maybe you live around. You've not experienced what happens to those bus companies.
Yes.
Ferrying people to Western, to Rift Valley, to Coast. You see the chaos there. I experienced it once. I got into the bus. I didn't have my bag. I didn't have my daughter. I didn't have my sister. But I was already in the bus.
And it was moving.
No, it wasn't moving.
Yeah.
You see the way they grabbed the travelers. So I wish we could plan better and be reminded that Christmas will still come.
What about you, Sheila? What happens now that you'd really like not to see, you know, moving forward?
Excuse me. I find a little while ago I talked about gifting. And I was talking about gifting from the perspective of giving people gifts. If you're economically in a position and financially stable enough to do it, don't deny people the gift of gifting.
Gifts.
Yes. But Christmas isn't just about the material part of it. It's about community, it's about family, it's about love. And we are programmed to be very inward, to look at our own people, our own families. But there's so many children in homes who will never know some of the joys that Christmas can bring. And aged people who have been left on their own, you know, there's a whole population that's aging in the city. People who don't move back to rural areas because your life was here. When you've retired, you live here. Maybe something has happened to your children, your relationships are not stable enough.
Yes.
So Christmas becomes a very lonely place and time for a lot of people. And it's just about all of us being sensitive enough to say, who needs me this Christmas? Who needs some cheer? Cheer could be a plate for someone. Yeah, here's something for you. Are you free? Would you like to come join us? It's all in part of establishing and creating new traditions, especially in families that are no longer as big as they used to be, in celebrations that are no longer as, you know, defined as they used to be. In creating these new patterns, I wish people would be a bit more open to others who really could do with that human connection.
So on this particular day, it's good to give back to the people who actually make your life easier. So I'm going to give an opportunity to my wonderful audience to tell us what they like about Christmas, and then wish a family member or whoever a Merry Christmas, now that we are a couple of days away. So I'll start off with you, Mabel. Mabel, karibu sana.
My name is Mebola Tichi, and I really love Christmas because of all the people who make the Santa dream come true, all those who give us gifts, and we really believe that Santa is true. So they make us believe that Santa, he's always there for us. Yes. I'd like to wish my parents, Mr. and Mrs. Atichi, a very Merry Christmas, and my siblings, Marion, Frank, Junior, and Obama.
Thank you so much for that. And I think next we've got Simon, if I'm not wrong. Simon, karibu sana.
What I can say is that I can relate to Mama Jakes and the way she said that it was all about the family gathering. And for me, I would say is when we met with our cousins, huko ushago, and the time tungefika huko, we would just disappear, all of us, go for our cousin walks, and the way we used to bond. And that was the best part for me about Christmas. The adventures we took, what we did. And sometimes when we arrived on 23rd, maybe I would see my mom or dad again on 1st. Because you would find that maybe where your grandmother lives, there is an uncle, an aunt, and some other relatives. So you used to jump from one home to another. And by the time Christmas is over, it's when you are going back. So I'd like to say wish Merry Christmas to my mom and dad, and my sisters, Shiro and Shiko, and all my other relatives and friends.
We've got one man, Norman, here.
So for me, my experience with Christmas was saying the house would look the neatest out of all the days in the year, and at least more brighter, and at least things are sparkling around. And it's always a blessing to have family around. And definitely food in large numbers. And also the smell of new clothes and new shoes. It's a blessing. And I'd like to wish a Merry Christmas to my mother, who has been there like literally all my life, and my sister Vanessa and Stacy. Merry Christmas, and to everyone out there. Thank you.
Thank you, Norman. Thank you, Norman. That was so sweet. I think everybody loved the smell of new clothes. You know, I think I've slept in Christmas clothes at least once or twice, you know, and shoes and everything. And that's just last year, by the way, you know. So I don't know how this year is going to look like. But yeah, let's get our comment. Sandra.
My name is Sandra Osike, and like Joyce has said, some of us are like her. So there is this one time on Christmas, we usually have this one cock that crows in the morning, and my grandpa will buy this cock in January, so, and gives it a name. So from January to December, we know we have a main meal, which is going to be a cock. So the one who lets out the chicken in the morning is supposed to let out all the chicken except this one on Christmas.
Yeah.
So the one who does that job forgot that to do that on that day. Now all of us had to go and chase this chicken. And until we got it, because it was the main meal. Without it, we cannot eat the other chicken because it was the one that was preserved for that day. Yeah. And also, I am wishing my grandpa and my granny, as they will be turning 80. Oh, wow. Yes, Merry Christmas.
Christmas, thank you for that. Oh, wow. I definitely wish we had more time because I am so sure there are so many traditions, you know, about that designated chicken. You'd have told us what the name. The last one, ilikuwa inaitwa nini? What are the names? Do you have like ordinary names or it's just something, you know, like sugar and spice?
Okay, they would give the chicken, the leaders, the names of political leaders or the people they knew, like we had Obama. Yes, they would give such names to a chicken. Yeah.
Sasa mulichinja Obama, oi, for Christmas. I mean, thank you so much for sharing those stories, especially the one about Obama, the chicken. Thank you. So that's hilarious. And I'm so sure that there's so many people who are watching us who have got these hilarious stories and traditions, you know, and rituals that they have for Christmas Day, you know. I know one of my favorites is definitely waiting for the Coca-Cola truck. You know, the one for home and there's a coming home. And for a very long time, because we used to live out of town kidogo, you know, 1 to Sita, 1 to 5, it would never get to that side. So when one of the things that I enjoyed about growing up and moving out is I knew that this truck, this Coca-Cola truck with the lights is going to pass. And I think last year, after very many years, I got to see it. You should have seen me. I was like a child. You know, they had to, you know, beat me with a stick to get me off it. But it's okay. We survived. So let me give my panelists an opportunity to share with us a parting shot. We've been talking about merriment and happiness, but we definitely know that this season could be difficult for other people. You know, there are people who have experienced loss this year. There are people who do not have the funds. There are people who are just not in the right frame of mind. What piece of advice would you want to give our viewers or even members of our audience, you know, who maybe are dreading this week or this day? You know, let's start off with you, Joyce.
I think I would echo what Sheila has said, that let's be mindful of others. Let's celebrate together. Let's just knock on somebody's door and ask them if they're okay. Invite them where you are, whether in the village or even in the city. Some of us don't even go to the village anymore.
Because you live in the city?
Yeah. Getting to the city was such an honor for me.
Yeah.
No, but also my parents, both of them, have rested.
Yes.
So really, I think now I am the parent that provides the Christmas to my kids.
Yes.
Who never attend, but I'm happy they're happy, and I mean, I let them be.
Yes.
Let people enjoy Christmas. Parents, allow your kids to go for Christmas. Let them be. There's a special group of, will I call them parents? Yeah, parents that really touch my heart. The single mothers. Just know you'll make it. Please, whatever small you have, enjoy it with your kids. But even if you don't have, remember the reason. For the season. Exactly.
Thank you so much. Okay, thank you so much for that. Sheila, what about you?
You're right. It hasn't been an easy year. And we have no guarantees about next year.
Absolutely.
This is life. We're all in it. When you wake up in the morning, you stay grateful for the day that you've been given. And it's hard to be grateful when it feels like you're not getting breaks, when it's just one tough thing after another, and you start shaking your fist to the heavens, and you're just thinking, what's the point of it? But I would just like to say, there's one person who said to me once, and there was even a song, the thing about tables is they turn. If there's one thing that you know for sure, taxes are guaranteed, but something else that you should always keep very close to you is that the tables will turn. As long as there's breath in your body, the tables are gonna turn. And situations, anything, kilicho na mwanzo, it has a designated end. So don't finish things before they have ended the way they are meant to finish. And don't get stuck in, it's not working for me, I've given up, and that's the end. You must not give up. This life is not easy. And sometimes you look at people and you imagine, these are the happy people.
They have it all figured
shida yake
out.
ni nini?
Exactly.
You know, you've woken up that morning, you're healthy. And even if you're not, you've woken up that morning. There's still a chance that that is the day that those tables turn. Every day you wake up, encourage yourself and have faith. You didn't just bring yourself to this thing called life. There's someone higher than you who's got his eye on you, who's still got a plan for you. So even in the difficulty, those tables are gonna turn. And even if people haven't remembered you, there's someone who said your name is in his palm. Hata kama wewe haujikumbuki, kuna mtu bado anakukumbuka.
That's true.
So hang on to that,
Yeah.
and just have faith that the tables will turn.
Yeah.
It's gonna get better.
gonna
You've
get
not
better.
seen the best of things yet. Not
Or the
yet.
last.
Or the last,
Or the
of
last
things.
of the
no.
things.
They will
Wow.
turn.
Yeah, thank you so much for that, and I feel like that's so inspiring. We, you know, it's very easy for us to get caught up in the merriment and say, "Oh, what are you doing? Where are we going? Are we traveling? Are we doing this?" And there's somebody who's watching us thinking, "Wow, I do not know what that feels like." So we have come to the end of this extremely enjoyable journey. Thank you so much to Joyce and to Sheila for walking down memory lane with me, for sharing their memories, their laughter, and all those good things. I mean, I'm beaming. I'm so excited, and I'm definitely feeling a little bit nostalgic. So I think my parting shot is remember the reason for the season, as Joyce very rightfully put. And Christmas is not all about gifts, even though Auntie Sheila will beg to differ, but Christmas is not about gifts, it's about happiness, it's about sharing, and it's about sharing actually moments with those who you love. So on behalf of our location partner, Panari Hotel, the production team at KBC, myself, Ashiko Mbone, Sheila, Joyce, everybody in my audience, my wonderful panel, my wonderful crew, our producer, Doris Nkatha, I wish you all a Merry Christmas. We will touch base after Tushibe. But for now, goodbye. Hello, everybody. My name is Ashiko Mbune, host of Dadas Show. Very proud host of Dadas Show. I would just want to wish a Merry Christmas to my mother, Agnes Njokinyaga, my beautiful, wonderful son, Kefa Kahodhia Kanywa. I don't know what nickname he goes by nowadays, but yeah, Merry Christmas, of course, to my brothers and my extended family. I wish you all a day full of laughter, happiness, and creating memories with those you love. Merry Christmas. Nawapenda nyote for free.
My name is Joyce Gituro, a media personality, a proud single mother of 3. I'm here to wish my family a Merry Christmas. Jakes Nyanjom, take care. Walter, be careful. Rachel, please remember the word of God. Sitam Valley Road, I wish you a Merry Christmas. And the entire Gituros, I wish you a Merry Christmas. And to all Kenyans, and more so the single mothers out there, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Hello everybody, my name is Sheila Mwanyega and I'm so happy it's Christmas. Merry Christmas to you and all the people that you love. I'd like to say Merry Christmas to my mom, to my brother Mark, to his babies, Ambi and Amma, the loves of my life. I love you very much. To my sister, Reggie, happy Christmas. To all my besties, you know where you are, all of you. And to every person in uniform who's serving this country. Mimi ni mtoto wa askari. Nakwambia kuna wale wako poa. I promise. Merry Christmas to the people who defend this nation in difficult circumstances, and a Happy New Year to all of us.
Hi everyone, my name is Doris Nkatha, the producer, director, Dadas Show. I'd like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, especially my Dadas crew, the camera people, the sound designers, everybody, the team behind Dadas Show, right from the host, assistant directors. I can't name them all, but thank you for making Dadas possible. And Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to my family, my dad, Mr. Gitonga, my mom, Lucy, my brothers, Bundi, Ken, and Kiambi, and my children. and Sharon and Joseph, and everybody in my life, my friends, everybody, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. God bless.